Welcome back, everyone. Phoenix 3 here, and I'm going to be giving my views on the Smash Bros. Fighter Ballot and where I think the series should go. As you guys know, the voting stages have finally concluded. I actually gave up any campaign that I had about trying to get a character in the game that I really wanted in. I was trying to see if I could have my friends support some of my favorites, and they have been doing a really good job of it. But when I actually got to see where, at the time, where the results kind of stood, I was seeing a lot of stupid choices. So I just told them, like, don't worry about it. This here's going to be one of those endeavors that isn't going to pay off. I kind of want to see some innovation in this game, and this game did innovate. Like, let's be real for a sec. Like, we have a final destination stage of every single stage. They didn't have to do that. This is kind of similar in a way that Mortal Kombat X has three variations of every fighter in the game. They didn't do that. So I'm glad to see games in the fighting genre innovate. But one thing that kind of perplexes me is Smash. Like, this game is a complete mystery to me. I've played Smash since Smash 64, and it was good. I didn't start playing it competitively until the end of Melee's life cycle, and I gave up any competitiveness I wanted in Brawl. The game just didn't feel right, and Smash 4 definitely feels like a balance of the two between Melee and Brawl anyway. But this game is really campy. But that's not what I kind of want to talk about. I have here the results from the Smash ballot as they stood. My friend sent me this. What was it last night or 2 nights ago? Something like that. But I'm just now getting around to it because I wanted to kind of just get my thoughts together on it. On top of that, I'm writing like 4 papers for school that are due tomorrow. And I've been writing all week and I'm tired of it. So I just need to do something else that's not writing. But the top 10 that we have here, we have Bayonetta with 46 votes. We have the Inkling with 56 votes. Rayman with 61 votes. Banjo Kazooie with 67 votes. Phoenix Wright with 74 votes. Sora with 75 votes. Snake with 97 votes. Isaac with 102 votes. Wolf as a returning fighter for 103. Shovel Knight with 105 votes. And Shantae with 209 votes. She pretty much just doubled, second place. I mean, she kind of put work in. The problem with Smash right now, in my opinion, is that it's now a pissing contest between popular characters, and that's not what I feel Smash should be. I felt Smash should always be for a way to Nintendo to bring in their IPs or other games or other gaming characters that aren't really in the spotlight but are still important to the series. There are a lot of Pokemon, for example, that are important to the series that I feel should be in the game. There are a lot of Mario characters that are important to the series that I feel should be in the game. If you look at the entire roster, there are characters like supporting characters that are part of the series but should be part of the game but aren't given that chance to shine because people want to see things like Cat Mario over um, I really don't have an example of a character that could be in the game. I mean, there's so many to pick from. But one of the main concerns that keeps coming up is Smash has no villains in it at all. Like if you look at bad guys in the game, you've got because I got the game open right now. We have Ganondorf is the only bad guy. Um, maybe Dark Pit, Bowser, and Bowser Jr. Like that's it. I'm going to consider Wario an anti-hero because I mean that's what he is. But I mean that's it. The rest of the game is just good guys beating each other in the face. There's no reason for that to happen. Like there are 9 Mario characters in this game. I mean, we really don't need more. And when we look at the list, just from the top 10, you know, I can understand why Bayonetta wasn't put in the game at first. Because I mean, they knew about Bayonetta 2 before they even had Smash like 4 as a concept. But the thing is I think Bayonetta is just too sexy. There's just no way to look at that. Like it'll be nice if there was a nod in Zero Suit Samus where she had a costume where she was Bayonetta. That would be cool. Okay, I didn't know Zero Suit Samus had a an outfit that was sexy. I'm about to go look at that real quick. Okay, now this ain't one of those. I'm just flicking through her outfits, and I just noticed she had a real sexy one. So I just want to see the outfit because I've never really looked through the game that much. Like I've only turned this game on a handful of times, but that outfit she was wearing did look really nice. So I just want to take a look at it real quick. Like nobody else did. I mean, come on now. I'm gonna look at that outfit. But the thing is though is I think Bayonetta is just too sexy. I think that's what it is. All of her attacks involve her pretty much getting naked for the most part. You don't ever see anything though, but that'd be just be too sexy for a Smash game. And it'd be nice if Zero Suit Samus had a skin where she looked like Bayonetta, or she was Bayonetta, but just with Zero Suit Samus's moves. I think that'd be a nice compromise because I mean she does use guns, and she's a dominatrix. I mean that'd be nice. Half of Zero Suit Samus's moves are sexy, so I mean put her in. We have the Inkling. Now this one here is really new. This here is something that I would not mind seeing. I want to see Smash be an advertising game for their for the Splatoon game. And the reason I say an inkling is because of the fact that an inkling is they're not like a really specific character. You can put any of them in the game and be fine with it. It's kind of like Villager, in my opinion, where you can have any look. I mean, there is the iconic Villager look, but you could have any other character in the game and they'll pretty much work the same way. So the Inkling is definitely a choice I would support for Super Smash Brothers. Same with Rayman. Rayman was, I mean, he wasn't like part of our childhoods, but he was there. My main childhood was Sonic, Mario, and Pokemon. I mean, that was my main childhood. So was Mortal Kombat, but Rayman was there. He was another character that I respected, part of the platforming genre. So I would love to see Rayman in the game. Same with Banjo and Kazooie. Now, I really don't want to see another bird character as support in the game. I mean, we got Duck Hunt. I would much rather see Kazooie on her own. But I mean, these two here are probably the one I would support the most for being in the game. I don't care about Phoenix Wright. I mean, Sora is a pretty Sora's a cool character. I think Riku would be much better, but Sora. Snake. I don't know who Isaac is. I don't want to see Wolf. I don't want to see any more clone characters. I'm tired of it right now. I don't care for Shovel Knight. I don't care for Shantae. But the thing is that the game just turned into a popularity contest, and that's not what I feel Smash should be about. I feel Smash should be about getting those lesser characters in the game. Get those characters that were once on the Nintendo console, or just characters that are iconic to gaming. Like I'm not saying remove the entire Mario cast. Keep Mario, keep Luigi. I would even argue maybe keep Yoshi. No, you don't even need Yoshi. Like keep Mario, keep Luigi, but bring in some new Mario characters. Like bring in a Koopa Troopa or a Hammer Bros. Like we can bring in other characters from the series and give them a chance to shine. Like we don't need Wario, we don't need Bowser. You can keep Bowser Jr. in. I think Bowser Jr. is a pretty fun character. We don't need all these other characters. There's no reason for the Zelda Sheik split. You can keep Link, but we don't need Toon Link. We don't need. I mean, I could strike off like maybe 10 characters, like right now off the roster that we don't need. Most of them being clones. But look at the Pokemon for example. We have Pikachu, Charizard, Lucario, Jigglypuff, and Greninja. There's no reason any of these characters should exist in this game. When I look at Pokemon as a whole. You know, Why does Pikachu, Charizard, Lucario, and Jigglypuff deserve to be in every Smash game over something like Sceptile, an Evolution, so some other character? Why do these characters out of 700 deserve to be in this game? And that's the way I'm looking at it. It's like, every Smash game is the same to me. Like, I was really hoping to see something new in this game, and we really haven't gotten it. And when I look at the characters that people want in, it's like, a character I can support in the game is Banjo Kazooie. If we look at the top 20, we got things like Paper Mario, Waddle Dees, Waluigi. I don't know who Wonder Red is, but you know, we got interesting characters here. I don't know who I don't know who he is. But like from the top 20 list, I would say maybe put Geno in because people have been asking for him for ages. I really don't care about King K. Rool. I mean, I really don't want to see any more characters from an existing franchise. Like King K. Rool, Geno was in Super Mario RPG, but he's in a way where he's not really a Mario character. He can stand out on his own. So I wouldn't really consider him part as a Mario character because I mean he's not, but at the same time he is. But King K. Rool, I would replace Charizard with Sceptile, for example. I would replace Lucario with Zoroark. I would replace Jigglypuff probably with Emoga. I would replace Pikachu with we could go through the list and replace characters with other characters of the series or even bring new ones in. Like I believe Sakurai said he wanted the Smash game to be a way for older Nintendo characters to come back into the spotlight. And that's the way I think it should be. Like I would love it if Birdo was playable in this game, for example. It's a character that's part of the Mario series now and should have some representation in Smash. I would like to see additional Sonic characters in this game. I mean, Sonic was in Brawl, so I was expecting to maybe see Shadow as a clone of Sonic, which I hate clones, but I mean, what else are you gonna do with Shadow? I mean, there's really nothing else to do with him. We got Knuckles, who would be a good idea. I mean, even Tails would have been a great choice to put in as a second Sonic character, since he was technically the second one introduced to the Sonic games. But this Smash vote here pretty much means that the players want something more from Smash than what Sakurai wants to than what Sakurai wanted, and I feel that same way too. I think, and some people might hate me for this, but I really want to see Kratos and Master Chief in this game. The reason for that is because I think Super Smash Bros. Should evolve into a mascot fighter rather than just being what she is now, or what the game is now. I know people who are going to be like, well, they only want to put Nintendo characters in, and that's fair. But you know what? That'll do a lot for the game. I mean, we will have Xbox fanboys coming over to play Master Chief. They would want to do that. We would have PlayStation fanboys coming over because they want to play Kratos. Kratos has a move set that was made for Smash. I don't see how anybody else doesn't see that. Kratos was designed for this game. Master Chief is going to be a little bit hard, but I mean, look at all the other characters. We got characters that don't do half the stuff they do in this game in their main game, but they have fully fledged movesets in Smash. I think these characters will be good. So it'll be nice to see Lara Croft come over to Smash. It'll be nice to see Spyro come over to Smash. It'll be nice to see Crash Bandicoot come over to Smash. Because these are gaming giants. They're iconic. They helped innovate the gaming industry. So it'll be nice if they came over to, Smash as guest characters because they helped innovate the gaming world, and I would like to see Smash go towards that route. I mean, even one of the people from Microsoft. Now I'm not sure if it's exactly a CEO, but somebody at the top. He liked the idea of Banjo Kazooie being in Smash Bros. I mean, that's good. It's free promotion. because it gets people to buy other games. Banjo Kazooie were once on a Nintendo console, if you believe it. When Rare was making good games, so it'll be nice to see, you know, this game go the way of just becoming a mascot fighter. Like we don't need non-Mario characters in this game. We don't need six Pokemon in this game. Well, actually, I think we need more Pokemon in this game because there's just so many of them to choose from, and they keep picking the same four, and that's stupid. Um, we got. I mean, does Captain Falcon really even have any villains? Can we get one of them in this game? When you look at the list, or at least when I look at it, I like I see much more for the series than just this. I would love to see characters from other other game genres come over to Smash. I think it'll really make the game the best it can be. Because Sony tried with their All Stars game to make it like Smash, but it's just not. There's no reason to re-innovate or make other versions of this game when we could just take this version we already have and turn it into that. I would love to play as Kratos in this game, and I would support the idea of Master Chief being in Smash, even though I've never played a Halo game. It's just that when it comes to games like this, I really want the community to like just come together and voice their concerns about this game, simply just because that this game was made for us. We have one Smash game come out like every 10 years, it seems. At least during a new console, a new Smash game come out. So it's like, during each one of these new Smash games, why do we have to have the same roster all the time? Why can't we, bring in some other characters that are also important to the series? Even if they want to keep the game, exclusively Nintendo or from a Nintendo game, why can't we just mix it up a little bit? Like I believe there's only like 12 new fighters in this game. Everyone else is a returning character or a clone. The roster is like 50 something characters now. And like what 85% of the roster are returning and clone characters. And there is a problem with that. I always wanted to see Mega Man on Smash. I always wanted to see Pac-Man on Smash. I'm glad to see they're here. I always wanted to see Ryu in Smash. I'm glad he's here. But that's just like that's stepping stones. Imagine what we could do with an entirely new 50 character roster where I say like maybe six characters are returning and everyone else is new. Yoshi wasn't in every single Mario game, so Yoshi doesn't need to be in every single Smash game. Rosalina, she's new to the series, so I don't mind her not being in the game. But we don't need to have all of these characters in every single Smash game because they're not relevant to their main series every once in a while. Like Pokemon started as what? I think it started as a game. Well, I mean, it obviously started as a comic, but like when we look at it in terms of the game and comic series, if we're not following just one character, Pikachu, Charizard, Lucario, Jigglypuff, and Greninja aren't important to the series because Pokemon encompasses every single creature in the world. Not any one is more important than the other. Yet we give favoritism to just a select handful of them. Rather than all of them as a group because they are all important to the world. But when it comes to Super Smash Brothers, we only pick that very few, and I think we should move on from that. We should definitely want more for this game, and move away from clone characters. I never really liked the idea of clone characters in the game. I feel if you have time to make a clone, or if you just running out of ideas, then don't fill spots with clones. Just come out outright and be like, we don't have any more ideas. We're taking suggestions actually, and go from there. Like, there's no reason for Dr. Mario and Dark Pit to exist as an actual roster slot than being a a character skin. I mean, they got Fierce Deity Link as a skin, where Fierce Dottie Link is far superior to Link in every single way. Yet Fierce Dottie Link doesn't have a roster space. All the Kooplings, for example, are all very different model changes from Bowser Jr., but none of them have their own space. Robin, both of them, the male and female version have the exact same roster, but why does Dr. Mario or Dark Pit deserve to have their own separate slot? I know people are like, well, because their moves are different. It's like, well, you can say the same about any other clone character on here. They don't need to have their same spot. Same with Lucina and Marth. I mean, who wanted a Marth clone? I don't think anybody wanted a Marth clone. After the reason why they said they wasn't putting a character in the game because they didn't want to be a Marth clone. So that's just basically what I want to see the series going towards. I want to see the series either evolve into a mascot fighter or stick to the roots that Sakurai had planned for the series, and that's making it to where we could bring in a bunch of older Nintendo IPs and bring them in to make them fighters. But of course, most of the roster would just probably turn to Mario. I mean, almost the whole top half of the roster is Mario characters. I mean, that's actually kind of funny to me. But going back to what people picked, I would be in full support of Banjo Kazooie being playable. I would be in full support of Rayman being playable. I'd be in full support of Sora from Kingdom Hearts being playable. I think these here would be a nice way to make the roster fresh and bring in some more. Um, I don't know if Banjo or Kazooie will be a clone of Duck Hunt in some kind of way, but I do think that fighting style is kind of unique versus everything else that's in the game, so I wouldn't mind seeing it again. And just stick away from the clone characters. We don't need Wolf. Um, Shovel Knight. This character blew up out of nowhere. I honestly don't understand why, but I mean I feel the same way about Five Nights at Freddy's and pretty much any indie game out there. YouTube just kind of blows them up. But I'm in full support of the indie community, so if Shovel Knight has to be in the game, then go for it. I would love it if somebody approached me. It's like, we want your character from this independent project that you worked on to be in Smash Bros. I'd like die of a heart attack if that happened. It'll be an honor. So I definitely don't want to see that removed from anyone else. So yeah, I'd be in support of Shovel Knight being in the game as well. So that's all I got for this. I know a lot of people are shocked by the results. I was shocked by the results because when I saw the list in its earlier stages, it was just full of things like Cat Mario and Mario, Paper Mario. I mean, it was just random stuff like that, and of course you have the troll stuff. So I just didn't want to be a part of it anymore. So I mean, that's all I got for this video. I'm really interested in seeing who they actually decide they want to make because at the end of the day this is all just a suggestion for them. Anybody would buy any of the characters that's in like the top 50, I would think. And with that said, I hope you guys have a good day, and I gotta get back to doing homework later.